What's going on, boys? Welcome to part 2 of my 2-part weekend series where we're talking about all of our ERLC predictions as they pertain to features, jobs, buildings, vehicles, and everything else in between. If you haven't watched the first part, I actually encourage you to go watch that one first because that one's a little bit more realistic, whereas this one is going to be all about hope and wishful thinking. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We're so close to 20,000 subscribers. Oh, and by the way, here's a Roblox code. That's right, I'm feeling a little bit generous, so there's going to be 4 additional codes at random times throughout the video. Good luck, and let me know in the comments below if you managed to claim one. This first hopeful unrealistic prediction is going to be a continuation of yesterday's video, and it has to do with the jobs. I won't get into a rant about it, but the reason why it shares a spot on the unrealistic list is because I highly doubt further development will ever come to the existing role-playing jobs. Roblox, not just ERLC, has built a tremendous following out of players that want nothing more but to roleplay at will, and I have respect for that. So because of that, I'm letting go of any hopes I had for job development and accept that this is what they're always going to be. Speaking of jobs, I'm also going to make peace with my second hopeful unrealistic prediction. For the longest time, in fact, perhaps since day one, I have and about the way the paycheck system works. My hope is that one day it'll change, but we're this far into it, and if anything, the paycheck amounts have decreased, so f my life. It's never gonna happen. We're never gonna have a way to truly hustle, and unfortunately, if you want to get ahead and drive that nice Lambo, crime is the only answer in Liberty County. Don't forget to reference my how to make money videos, but in short, if you're a well-trained criminal, you can make anywhere between $4,000 to $16,000 per minigame cycle or every 4.5 minutes. So with this, I am acknowledging that a revamped, fair and balanced paycheck system will probably never happen. Another unrealistic prediction of mine is automatic police callouts. I'm not talking about the robbery callouts that currently exist. I'm talking about automatic callouts that can serve as a way to keep everyone on the law enforcement teams engaged. I'm gonna give you an example of this. We all know the traffic cameras, right? What if there was a way to get an automatic callout whenever somebody is caught speeding along Liberty Road? Or what if there was a way to get an automatic call out every time there was a random death? Sure, that would probably create a ton of call outs, especially in hectic public servers, but I don't know, I think it would be fun. The downside to this is that it would be incredibly easy to rack up the XP points, players would be able to rank up so much faster, and I'm sure everyone would want to be a cop. But hey, listen, it's called emergency response at the end of the day, so maybe it isn't such a bad idea. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Speaking of call outs being unrealistic, how realistic or unrealistic do you think some elements of AI or artificial intelligence are when we think about Liberty County? I can't think of too many Roblox games that have advanced AI or an opposing force to counter player progression, right? Can you guys think of any? Oh, I know. Have you guys heard of that game Piggy? That game might have some elements of AI, but at the same time, it could just be a loop tracker or whatever it's called. No, wait, I've played Piggy. I'm pretty sure they've built some AI around it because Piggy goes back on patrol whenever it can't find you, right? Or does it go back to its room? I don't know. I'm totally getting off subject. Back to ERLC. Even just a static AI would be cool. Let's think about getting a call out to, say, the convenience store where random player number 1 tried to steal a bag of chips. The mission for any law enforcement now becomes to respond to said call out and deal with random player number 1 that will always be there no matter what, because again, he's static, he doesn't move, he just appears whenever it's his turn in the sequence to appear. Then the law enforcement officer shows up, does some kind of interaction, and seconds later, the call out is fulfilled, the criminal goes to jail, and the cop gets XP. This sounds wild, and perhaps why I've never made a video like this. I'm going to move on. My mind is just running wild now. Enough about law enforcement. I want to see more minigames come to the civilian jobs, just like the mailman has a mail route to fulfill. What if the news reporter had to go take pictures of, say, a random crime scene? What if the doctor had to make his rounds at the hospital and enter every room to check on vitals? What if the farmer had to move crop or hay from different fields in the game? I mean, it's possible for all the other jobs in ERLC, so why not these? I feel like I'm reverting back to my first point, so we're gonna move on here too. In either case, I'm over it, and all of this is now officially on my wishful thinking predictions. Thank you. My heart is literally breaking right now. But hey, let's talk about my 6th hopeful unrealistic prediction that might not actually be that unrealistic. What if we got an in-game peer-to-peer exchange system? You guys know about these. You've seen them everywhere already. Amisha City has has one, Anomic has one, Bitcoin Miner has one, Adopt Me has one, and I think even Royal High and some of the other bigger games have one as well. Even if it's not available to everyone and maybe just server owners or creators like me, it would be a great way to reward our admins or offer some kind of an incentive for role-playing and not letting the server go to waste. Of course, this would all come from our own pool of money and inventory, and if this ever does happen, I am buying Lambos for 20 of my most loyal subscribers, so be on the lookout. Since we're talking about players, do you guys remember the Halloween potion power-ups from last year's event? Weren't those cool? At that time, I still was not committing enough time to the channel, so I only got to play around with them once, but if I remember correctly, there was one that made you jump higher, one that made you run faster, and there was a third one, wasn't there? I don't remember. I have the video saved somewhere on my hard drive. I'm gonna insert the clip as I'm talking. The point, however, is these power-ups should be made available year-round at the convenience store. I'm not saying they have to be OP, and I'm not even saying they have to be the same power-ups, just something that'll let us interact with the store. Even if it's just a pointless Greenville pizza slice, I would be happy. You guys see what I did there? I took a small jab at Greenville. Go ahead, destroy me in the comments. I know it's coming. Whatever. The point is, player boost would be cool, but the reason why they sit on my unrealistic list is precisely for that reason. They're unrealistic. If you guys have a quick look around ERLC, there is not one element of this game that entertains improbable scenarios. Everything that happens in the world of ERLC can 100% happen in real life. From fires, police scanners, RFID disruptors, car washes, guns, lockpicking kits, everything. They've done a pretty darn good job at keeping it real. Moving on to my 8th unrealistic prediction is that Grand Theft Auto or Jailbreak will one day be possible in ERLC. And let me just tell you guys, it's not that I think it's unrealistic, is that I don't think that's a direction the developers want to take this game in. Think about it. Pretend that Grand Theft Auto is possible. Then what? Do you get to keep the car? Is the original owner out of luck? Does the original owner have to rebuy that same car? Is the car trackable? I suppose the answer can be very simple. Car gets stolen, original owner can't access said car until it's recovered by the cops. Once it's recovered by the cops, the player will get a notification that the car is now available for pickup at the dot building. Again, it sounds very simple, but by no means am I a game developer, and I'm sure somewhere there is a developer saying, man, that Zany guy. Oh well. My 9th hopeful and unrealistic prediction is that full weather effects will be coming to Emergency Response Liberty County. I came up with my own conclusion on why this is unrealistic and why we're likely never to see full weather effects in ERLC. Are you guys ready for it? Wait, we need complete silence and concentration for it. Okay, here we go. Not including survival games. I'm gonna say that again, not including survival games. Name one game in the comments below that has full weather effects and is widely played in an open environment. Go ahead, I'm waiting. For those of you that are going to say, Zany, there's Mad City, there's Jailbreak, there's Southwest, sorry, I hate to break it to you, you're wrong. Those are not weather effects. What you're actually seeing and hearing are a combination of lighting and sound effects. That's it. Real weather effects would cause roads to become slippery, players to become wet, riding conditions to degrade, and weapon functions to suffer. Do you guys see how extensive that is? So because of this, I don't think we're ever going to see real weather effects in ERLC. May we see the weather shift like we have in past events? Yeah, absolutely, possibly, and I guarantee you we'll probably see it again this year. But remember, there's a huge difference between true weather effects and basic visual and sound effects. Keep that in mind next time you're playing Roblox. And to wrap it all up here, boys, my last and final unrealistic ERLC prediction that I'll continue to dream about is that we're gonna be introduced to some kind of civilian hierarchy. Forget pretending. Wouldn't it be cool if we did have a mayor of River City or a president of Freedom State? Wait, what? I just realized, what state is Liberty County in? Is it a legit location somewhere in the US like Roanoke and Greenville and Southwest and all those others? Or is Liberty County a play on patriotic terms? Because if it's all made up, then I hereby officially mark its official state as Freedom State. You're welcome, developers. Run with it, baby. But no, really, if anyone knows, let me know in the comments below. To finish this thought, I've given up hope that we'll see some kind of XP system come to the civilian team, because at the end of the day, what would be the point? And what would be the purpose? And what role would a mayor or a president fulfill in Liberty County? If you have ideas, I'll be glad to hear them. But that's it, boys. Those are my top 10 unrealistic wishful thinking predictions for Emergency Response Liberty County. If it were up to you, what would you choose? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, Long live the Zanies.